in our last
Alexander
match.
to throw first.
But it will be Alexander the Great throwing first in at this tie-up against Bully Boy, former world champion Michael Smith.
100.
Who's battling back from some health issues. Certainly detracted him from the Pro Tour in many ways, but has been working hard to fight his way back.
40.
Not a great start here in this match so far, but still a long way to go. 6 legs in total here in the initial stage. The format will move to best of 13 when we head into the semi-finals later on in the day. Then best of 15 in the final.
28.
28 visit from Michael Smith.
Yeah, it's not been the greatest of starts, has it?
Smith searching for that precious
58.
treble. Yeah, treble-less here in this visit. That's a 58 against the 28 and the 40 that he's already nestled in. Of course, for
77.
Michael Smith beating Keen Barry 6-3 in Players Championship 3 yesterday, but losing out to Cristo Reyes 6-5 in that nail biter as he finally finds himself a 135.
Yeah, despite that poor start 60. In the scoring phase, Smith is not out of this leg yet.
Merkx hasn't really taken advantage of the 41. Mishaps that Smith has had.
Yeah, and then he throws in another loose visit, so Merkx with 70. Time.
Smith was knocked out in Players Championship 2 by Michael Van Gerwen, 6-3. Right to that was Rob Owen. Now we see double 16 for Merkx.
Game shot.
The first leg, first chance at a double. Merkx takes it. Alexander is great in the first leg.
Yeah, Michael not so
57.
in that opening gambit. One up his scoring here, Michael Smith. Went out to Neil Zonneveld, the last 64 at the Worlds. Lost to Martin Schindler in the opening round of the Players' Championship final. Did have that good run at the Grand Slam, didn't he? Made it all the way through the quarter-final before losing 16-8 to Luke Humphries. Beat Chris Dobie 10-9 in a miraculous last leg shootout. Where neither player could hit the double until Smith finally did. Well, there's been flashes from Smith. Just again, that word consistency.
85.
We all know he can play. He's a former world champion, multiple major winner. But as you mentioned, those health issues are certainly not helping his cause at the moment.
No. Was he still keen to fight back and restore himself back to where he should be? We know the 35-year-old from St Helens is a top protagonist on the Players Tour, despite things perhaps not going to plan either in this match or in recent times. But it'd be foolish to treat him or tread lightly against him.
56.
70 here for Merkx to go 2-0 up. It starts a little bit loose, comes downstairs. Bullseye. Oh, it
20.
Bounces out from the bull.
Well, we had one yesterday, exactly the same. Bo Greaves hit the bull and the dart fell out of the ball, and I think that was all board. Well, he's going to get another
92.
go here, Alexander Merkx, but I think he can count himself very unlucky there. 18 for double, 16 for 2-0. Well, it's made no impact in the end, but that looked really unfortunate for Alexander Merkx, but credit to him. Didn't let it drop his shoulders. He just went in and fired in the 50 and leads 2-0.
I don't think there were any wires involved there. Quite right, Mark.
58.
Yeah, we had exactly the same yesterday. Bo Greaves, one
60.
in and out.
Merkx
doing all right here. Ever since you labelled him the great, he's not taken a backward step.
Great by name, great by
95.
nature. You're hoping it is going to be a great 3-0 as well, but first and foremost needs to whittle against this scoreline. But the 137
60.
Prior to the 60. Obviously very helpful. Michael Smith, we haven't seen the potency of old here just yet, but until now, 2 treble 19s.
Dirk van Dijvenbode in big trouble early on. He's 5-1 down to Rhys Griffin in the opening leg. Jack Tweddle 3-0 up over Dimitri van den Berg. Let's see, last few first round ties are now all underway. Jeffrey de Graaf has beaten Tyler Thorpe 6-0.
Lovely game for the Swede. Jeffrey de Graaf dumping out Tyler Thorpe. Move on through. Now Michael Smith looks to try and put the pressure on Alexander Merkx, who has a chance here to go 3-0 up. Down for treble 19.
69.
Well, this is a big 97 now, isn't it? Got to find a treble, can't find a treble.
77.
So, Merkx, 9 for double 8 for 3-zip.
Game shot.
And his finishing has been on point here, and he leads 3-0 in a race to 6.
It's a lovely position for Merkx to be in. But here comes Smith. And a 180, first maximum for Michael Smith in this match.
59.
It's a good time to turn up now, Michael Smith. Yet another treble, 2 trebles, 140. A tasty way to follow up. Pressure on Alexander Merkx in this 4th leg.
Yeah, it's on the Smith throw.
57.
I'm not going to be getting too worried just yet, Alexander Merkx, but he'll certainly be happy with where he's at the minute.
45.
Chance at a 10-dart leg here for Michael Smith. After a succulent 145 to now put him in the position on double 18. And look at that 10-dart leg, thrown with confidence despite being 3-0 down on the lead-up to winning that leg. Could silence the doubters here.
129.
Yeah, and again, well, we mentioned that earlier on, he could have done with that 10-dart leg against the throw, but I tell you what, he's getting about the Merkx, so all of a sudden he's clicking into gear here, bully boy. Didn't have it all his own way, none of it his own way in the opening 3 legs, but he's firing back now in style.
He's going to have to become a bully here in this match now in order to shift the tide of momentum in his favour. Little slip into the treble 5 and a little sarcastic clap. Obviously not happy with the 55 as now back comes Alexander the Great.
99.
Yeah, reached the quarter-final at Hildesheim Players Championship 27 last year. Alexander Merkx bowed out to Scott Williams on that occasion, so he has had
125
deep runs. Played in too many events so far.
39.
Right, chance for Smith here then.
$85.
Well, that was wire. I don't think he can complain about that one. And this is looking like the first of the 2 breaks that Smith would need to win the match. Tops for 3-2. 2 10s.
36.
He'll feel he'll be coming back.
Yeah, Merkx is really going to have to eat into this 137.
46.
Missing the key trebles. It will be Smith. We're going to make it 3-2 and break the throw. Double 7.
Game shot.
Clinical from Michael Smith on the 7s.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the intended route, but he got the job done, and now he's back within 1, and all of a sudden he just looks up to the sky here, Michael Smith. He was 3-0 down, but he's scoring now. He's starting to become
100.
The big thing for Bully Boy. He's giving himself chances.
Used to keep up the pressure, but Merkx is doing the same. 140 to kickstart this next leg.
Yeah, we've got a belter coming up on streaming board 1. First game in the last 64. Mike De Decker against Charlie Manby. That should be entertaining.
96.
Already through on this broad so far. Dave Chisnell, 6-3 winner over Christo Reyes. Shane McGirt, also a 6-3 winner over Joran van der Velde.
24.
And we saw Cam Crabtree upset James Wade 6-1. A thumping from Cam Crabtree over the machine.
58.
Quite the polar opposite from yesterday, wasn't it? In terms of Wade's performances.
93.
Invaluable last start for Smith, but Merkx here, another treble. Oh, that is a good visit. That's a really good visit.
Lovely visit indeed. 74 left if he comes back. Smith looking to level the match. 2 treble 20s, leaves double 12.
120.
Just outside the scope. And now Merkx can punish.
It's only going to be 1. at tops for a 4-2 lead, and he too
34.
misses the target. So Michael Smith is coming back to level up the match. He was 3-0 down, and now he's level at 3-3.
The double 12 coming true for Michael Smith. But here comes Merkx with a 180 of his own as well, his first of the game.
49.
Well, Bully Boy started erratically, then he hit the afterburners. He's got to try and keep the scoring going.
84.
We are on throw in a race to 6. Winner of this will take on Cam Crabtree in round 2.
55.
Toothless so far here from Michael Smith in this leg.
91.
Ideally, a break of throw would be very useful against Alexander Merkx, whose turn 80 is certainly
60.
lit the path for him in this leg. Downstairs once more.
50.
We'll be back though.
$60.
Oh, it's a great first start. Brilliant from Alexander Merkx, who re-establishes the lead here. 4-3. That was a nice finish from Alexander Merkx.
58.
And when he has had a chance, barring that 6th leg, has taken it.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, it's the
190.
first time since we've seen the run of Michael Smith that we've seen Merkx back in the doubles. Now Smith is going to be tasked to reply.
49.
Only treble he could muster was the 3. It's not the one you want. Probably even better off staying upstairs at that juncture, as now Merkx returns fire with 2 treble 19s.
34.
Yeah, brilliant from Merkx. I mentioned Dirk van Duivenbode was 5-1 down to Rhys Griffin. It's 5-4 now. Come back on. Jack
93.
Treadle 5-2 up over Dimitri van den Berg. Ricky Evans 3-1 up over Martin Lukeman. Rob Cross 3-1 up over Andy Bolton. Remember, tv.dartconnect.com if you want to follow all the scores. Welcome along to Players Championship 4. And, well, Michael
97.
Smith is in a bit of trouble here.
And which certainly is nothing at all a ton plus here for him, as tops now lights up for Merkx. And another spread in play. 2 legs apart once again, and Merkx throwing for the match and a place in the next round against Cam Crabtree.
Yeah, best finish of the match, that, wasn't it? The 1-1-4. Merkx has certainly got a spring in his step at the moment, and Bully Boy, who threatened in legs 4, 5 and 6, has stuttered either side of that. We've used the word consistency a number of times
93.
today, but it's the inconsistency that's the problem at the moment.
Yeah. Did feature in the Lakeside last 16
100.
back in 2023. Did Alexander Merkx. Was competing in the WDF. Has been on the Challenge Tour through 2024. Appearances in the UK Open and the World Championships in the last 64 back in 2025. The 31-year-old from North Brabant could be on his way into the next round. But Michael Smith has put in back-to-back tons, and a tonless or ton-plusless visit here from Merkx so far in this leg doesn't necessarily suggest that he will be walking away with 6-3 here in this leg. Into the 60s he will go, counteracting my claim. A 180 from Merkx. What a way to leave a double 13. Should Smith not capitalize here, but I think he might. What a finish from Michael Smith. 151. What a way to make it 5-4. And now one behind Merkx. This could go all the way.
Yeah, and crucially, that's a breaker throw, isn't it? Merkx was poised, but Bully Boy stepped in with a 1-5-1 after Merkx had hit a max. That is brilliant from the Bully Boy. Now can he take it to a deciding leg?
Stunning, simply stunning. This is stunning as well.
135.
And Merkx, in his first year as a tour
96.
card holder, will be hoping for a positive year. Rhys Griffin did close out victory over Dirk van
96.
Dijvenbode.
$95.
Merkx stepping up. Chasing the big numbers. That 60 with the second dart helps. The third one not so bad either. 130 when he comes back.
Yeah, and he will be back, and this will be for the match as well. And that dart that bounced out of the bull earlier on, he might need the bull this time because Smith left 153. Not going to get a poke at the bull yet, but
94.
that's a brilliant. He's been really good on that treble 18.
Yeah, ruthless to leave himself double 18. Pressure's on Smith now. The first dart, though, suggesting
99.
that it will be Merkx to become Alexander the Great. Here in this tie against Michael Smith, the
Game
second dart
shot
buried
and the match.
in the
Alexander
double
Merkx.
18 bed. It's 6-4 at the close of play. Alexander Merkx, he came, he saw, he conquered. Will walk into the next round and face off with Cam Crabtree after an 88.2 in terms of average.